Yo, 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 yo. We here. We here. I'm just going to jump on now. Forget the countdown. What up? How we doing? I'm live again. What? Again? Kenny Pickett, the savior, is here. Forget all these other quarterbacks. Number 2 pick, all that stuff. We got Kenny Pickett, Super Bowl champion. Kenny Pickett. Hit the like. Hit the like. Brian, hit the like. What up? Hit the share. We are here. We got a Super Bowl champion quarterback. You can say what you want, but you cannot take that away from Kenny Pickett. 2025 fifth round draft pick and DTR to the Eagles for Kenny Pickett. It is official. He is a Cleveland Brown. Kenny Pickett, former Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, do I think he's going to be the starter? No, I do not. This is tongue-in-cheek right now. Everybody's wondering what's going to go on with the quarterback position, but they're getting Kenny Pickett, I would assume, as their backup quarterback. Now, will he be here for the future? That's a good question because Kenny Pickett is young, okay? He was a starter in Pittsburgh, didn't take meaningful snaps in Philadelphia, took, garbage time snaps. He played when Jalen Hurts was injured, but he did win a Super Bowl. You cannot take that away from him. What up, Borderline Building? Consistency, what's going on? Cheryl, Brian, Myron, second win stories, AAA. QB3, you're calling it. Kenny Pickett, if you haven't already, hit that like when you come in the building. Brandy has left me. I thought Brandy went somewhere else. She found a cooler stream to go to. I thought she gave up on us, but she hasn't. Brandy, how are you doing, my friend? My offensive coordinator is still here. How are you doing, Brandy? 33 months? I appreciate you. How are you?
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Now we just need an actual starting QB. Lovey Marie, how are you doing? They could have used the 5th round pick and drafted Keith Rourke from Indiana. The Browns must fire Andrew Berry already. This guy is not it. OC in the house. I'm just happy our OC is here, Second Win Stories. I'm happy our OC is here. But Second Win Stories, we have a Super Bowl winning quarterback. You know I got to make jokes, Second Win Stories. You know I got to make jokes. The Pebble, 6 months. I do agree. You could have got another quarterback with that 5th round pick, but I think they may get another quarterback. I hope, Second Win Stories. I hope.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
6 months, the Pebble. How are you doing? Browns acquire Super Bowl QB Kenny Pickett. This is why Miles stayed. This is obviously a joke. You never know. This may be why Miles stayed. He said, we're getting Kenny Pickett. Hit a like when you come in. Hit a share. Hit all that great stuff. If I am ever here when Browns news comes out, I'm going live. I don't care how large or unlarge the news is. I'm live, dagnabbit, because they finally did something when I'm at home. Kenny Pickett, welcome. IDK, I'm sad as a Steelers fan a little bit, and hello. Why are you sad, IDK? Did you love Kenny Pickett as a Steeler? A lot of Steelers fans didn't like Kenny Pickett. They were happy when he was gone. IDK, tell us some good things about Kenny Pickett since you've seen him up front, close and personal. Never heard of Kenny Pickett before? Lovey, you haven't? Browns have the 2 highest contract, Watson and Garrett. Better start hitting these drafts. They do have to hit these drafts proper. Myles Garrett, 123 guaranteed. Deshaun Watson, we don't even discuss him anymore, Brandy. You've been gone for a while. I'm off the train. Been off the train. Been off for a while. Sometimes, Brandy, I forget he's even on the team. You're the only Steelers fan I've heard that sentiment. Me too, the Pebble. IDK, I've never heard a Steelers fan that likes him. Congratulations to you. Now, this has to be, I agree, whoever said he's probably going to be the third string quarterback. DTR was our third string quarterback. He didn't work out. They got rid of him. We seen him at the end of the year. He was absolutely atrocious. If Jeff Champion was in the building, I would give him his praise because he said it before DTR even stepped into the game. This dude is hot sewer water. And he was. So I'm believing Kenny Pickett is going to be the third string quarterback. I would hope so. I believe they're going to draft somebody with that number 2 overall pick. I still believe that. I still believe they're taking a quarterback with that number 2 overall pick. I would think so. I could be wrong. I think they will, Brandy. I think so. Well, the Steelers really didn't give him time to develop. And also, when he was on our team, we had Matt Canada. I think with the good OC and weapons, he could be amazing QB. That's my take. First rule of the Watson Club, we don't talk about Watson. You know, I was in the Watson Club, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. I'm always in the club of a Browns player until they show me there's no longer any point of trying to salvage it. And I am to that point now. So I'm there. It's over. I don't think it'll be a QB at 2. Did you think it would be a QB at 2 before the signing of Kenny Pickett? Did this make you say now they're not drafting a QB at 2? There's a lot of rumors that they could get Cousins. There's a Daniel Jones rumor lingering out there in the atmosphere. I've seen a Russell Wilson rumor out there from Mary Kay Cabot on Cleveland.com. If Pittsburgh gets Aaron Rodgers, Justin Fields went to the New York Jets. Thank you, New York Jets. I can root for Fields again. Sam Darnold went to the Seahawks. So these veteran quarterbacks are getting snatched. So Russell Wilson could be an option, I'm hearing. You never know. We'll see. And also because Justin Fields is a Jet, boo, yay. That's a yay. Just got in. Are we making Super Bowl jokes? We have a Super Bowl quarterback, Chief Examiner. His name's Kenny Pickett. There's really only a couple QB free agents that could stop a QB at number 2. Who are they? AAA, in your opinion? Is Russell Wilson one of those? I think he's one of those. I think if they were to get Russell Wilson, I'm not behind this. It's a rumor. You all know how I feel about rumors. It's a rumor that's out there, though. I think Russell Wilson stops them getting a quarterback at number 2. I really do. I think they would go somewhere else with that pick. If he comes to Cleveland, do I want him? No. But it's not about what I want. We have Kenny Pickett. I don't think he's starting. I think he's a backup. I think he's insurance. He's maybe a project. Not a bad project to have. I don't think that's a bad project to have. I think he's better than DTR. Trade out of the first pick and get some back from the Watson debacle. I don't know how much you can get back with that number 2 overall pick. How much is that number 2 overall pick worth it to some teams? That's something you can look at. Something. I was out on QB at 2 when Garrett resigned. So when Garrett came back, you was out on number 2. Got you. Russell for sure. I don't want Russell or Aaron. They're both old and washed. Kenny Pickett's not a bad pickup, though. Jeff, there you are. I was giving you props earlier. You showed up about 5 minutes too late. How you doing, my guy? But I was giving you props. I have witnesses in the chat. I was giving you props about your DTR prediction earlier in the season. What are my thoughts on Jackson Dart? You know what, second win stories? I have to go watch some highlights on him because, to be honest, I've never seen him play. I didn't watch any Ole Miss games, but a lot of people are high on him. A lot of people want him with the Browns' second-round draft pick. So I got to go watch him and see, so I can give you a unbiased opinion on Jackson Dart. Second win stories. So stay tuned. Kenny Pickett in Kevin's offense, I think, will do really well. Unless I missed anything on Danny Dimes, says AAA. It's the Browns. We're going to go through all of our QBs. We do it every season. Consistency with another consistent $10 donation. Hit those likes when you come in. It'll be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you, consistency. You know.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Greatly appreciated. Time to revamp wide receiver and tight end. Chubb still under contract. Brandy, you just trying to drive a stake through my heart, aren't you? Nick Chubb has a great chance of not being on Cleveland next year. I still hate Andrew Berry, by the way. I don't care if he re-signed Myles Garrett to $324 million. Letting go of Nick Chubb, I still hate him. I still hate him. He has not repaired my relationship with him. I don't care. By the way, sorry. Every time I see Nick Chubb, I get personally irritated. Them getting Pickett is a good bridge quarterback for a few years. I don't think he's going to be the bridge. I still think they're going to get somebody else. I hope I'm right with that. Now, if this is the starting quarterback next year, I'm scared. I am scared. I don't think they're done yet at quarterback. I don't think. Now, Jeff, I could be wrong. You've been here long enough to know I could be wrong. But I don't think it's a bad pickup, though. I really don't. DTR was not, what do you call it? He just wasn't good. I'd seen enough of DTR. I've seen enough. But if he's the starter, we're in trouble. If this is their answer at quarterback, if this is their, let's say, you know what? We're gonna go with Kenny and then see how it goes. We're in trouble. But I don't think this is the answer. I don't think they told Myles Garrett, you know what? We're going to roll with Kenny Pickett. And Myles Garrett said, yeah, I'm all ready to go. I don't think that's what got Myles Garrett to come back. I just don't. In my humble opinion, I don't think Myles Garrett was so excited because the Browns were just going all in with Kenny Pickett. I don't think that's what got Myles Garrett sold. And I don't think it was solely just money either. Had to be something else. What did I miss? $5 donation, AAA. My guy, thank you so much, man. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
I'm telling you, Shador Sanders will be number 2. We will then trade up from 33 to get Genty in the mid-teens, sign Chubb. Well, if they do that, they're definitely not going to sign Chubb, I don't think. I think the writing will be on the wall. If they do trade up to get Genty, we could see. You think the Browns should be in on Jair Alexander? How much would he cost? Is the question. How much would Jair Alexander cost? He's pretty darn good. Cornerback from Green Bay. He's pretty good. How much will he cost? Can the Browns pay him? What up, Ricardo? What do you mean? Ew. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, Ricardo. Mr. Harris? What do you mean, ew? What up, Skinner? I like the trade. I think he's better than DTR. I think he's a better quarterback than DTR. DTR for Kenny Pickett, I think he's better than DTR. That's what I am comparing him to. Now, if you're telling me he's our starter for the whole year, we've got a problem. But he's replacing DTR. I'm fine with that. I'm fine. I don't see an issue. I think we're okay. I think he has better upside than DTR. But that's just my humble opinion. That's a humble opinion. Just me. Just me. Pickett for DTR, I'll take that any day of the week. Twice on Sunday. Aaron Rodgers or Kenny Pickett? Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers is better than Kenny Pickett right now. He stunk last year, but I think Aaron Rodgers is better than Kenny Pickett. But I don't think you're getting Aaron Rodgers to sit on the bench. You're getting Aaron Rodgers to be your starter for the entire year. Kenny Pickett, you're getting to ride the bench, to sit down, learn a little bit. But if I'm going for the starter, give me Aaron Rodgers, even at the old age of 40-something. I agree he's better than DTR. Didn't Pickett start off hot for a crappy team? Rookies can't handle that situation. Pittsburgh is who he played for, Rob. Or were you saying that tongue and teeth, calling Pittsburgh a crappy team? Sometimes I can't read sarcasm, but I'm trying to read every comment. How you doing, Rob? Oh, you missed it? You understand it now. Okay. No reason to apologize, my guy. Agree with the comparison. Trade for Trey Hendrickson from the Bengals, him and Miles. I don't think the Bengals will take anything from the Browns for Trey Hendrickson, but he is very darn good. Joey Bosa's out there, though. Could be a cheaper option. One more free agent QB. They may, Peter. They got a couple out there, too. We talked about it. You've got Kirk Cousins. I don't think they're getting rid of him until April. That's Atlanta. You've got Russell Wilson. If Pittsburgh goes and gets Aaron Rodgers, Danny Dimes is still out there somewhere. I've heard Garner Minshew. These are some quarterbacks that are free agents the Browns could go after. DTR just isn't a QB1. That is fact, Skinner. And he did not get better. He didn't get better. He's just not good right now. He needs a lot of work. We ain't got time for that. You'll take Kenny Pickett over Aaron Rodgers, Joe Flacco, Daniel Jones, and Mac Jones. The Aaron Rodgers one I just don't agree with. I know he had a bad year last year, but Aaron Rodgers on his worst day is better than Kenny Pickett right now. Just my humble opinion. Give me Aaron Rodgers. Joe Flacco, I can agree with. Joe Flacco, he's Joe Flacco, and I've never liked Danny Dimes or Mac Jones. Just not big fans. Winston, supposedly the Chargers are looking at Jameis Winston. I don't think he's coming back. No Cousins. Get Joe or Fields. Fields went to the Jets, Diego. Fields went to the Jets. Joe Flacco, he needs to retire. He'll be 41 years old. The only 40-year-old I want is Aaron Rodgers at this point. He just needs to go ahead and enjoy retirement. Off the field, I'll give you that. We're just talking about football, Jeff. I'm talking about pure football. Aaron Rodgers is better than Kenny Pickett on his worst day. Now, if we're talking about off the field, that's a whole nother situation. I'd be cool with having Bosa being back in Ohio. Might light a fire under him. I thought Malik Willis would have been a good pickup. No, Kevin and Jameis did not get along, is what I heard. Wow. So Kenny Pickett, ladies and gentlemen. Kenny Pickett. Malik Willis played 2 games and everybody's all over him. He pleaded 2 games. Malik Willis. I need to see more of Malik Willis before I go all in. Kenny Pickett, Super Bowl champion. Myles Garrett did not come back to see Kenny Pickett start. That's why I am that confident that we're going to do more and get another quarterback. That's all I got to say about that. DTR will be ready by Super Bowl 61 when the Browns go. Super Bowl 61? Okay. I mean, that's not too far from now. That's not that far. Super Bowl 61. So what ball is going to drop next? What do you guys think dropped next? I didn't see this one coming. I didn't see Kenny Pickett. What's going to drop next for the Browns? What do you think? So who are you looking at as a bridge? We're going to draft one, but your pick. I'm telling you right now, people are not going to like my pick because I would still pick a quarterback at number 2. I would. At number 2. I would. But that's just me. That's just me. Whoever's left at 2, I'm taking, which most likely would be Shedeur Sanders. Everybody's saying Cam Ward is the overall number 1 quarterback. That's going to be him. He's gone. So everybody's telling me I would get a quarterback at number 2. You only get the number 2 pick, hopefully one time in 10 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever, unless you're just trash for a while. DTR was the worst quarterback I've ever seen touch the field. He throws 1 interception, and then he continues to do it. Who was that one quarterback in Buffalo? Janet, thank you for the $1. Who was that one quarterback in Buffalo? He threw like 4 picks in one game. Thank you, Janet, for the $1 donation. How are you doing today, Janet? Who was that one quarterback in Buffalo who threw like 4 picks his first start? Who was that?
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
I don't want Joe Flacco at all. Who wants Joe Flacco? Did I miss somebody? Oh, Manny. Flacco, Draft Carter. What? I got a question with people who are obsessed with Joe Flacco. What is this revisionist history with Joe Flacco? It was 50-50 touchdowns and interceptions just about. And on the most important game when it counted the most, he threw one of the most egregious pick sixes to basically seal the deal for the season. But this revisionist history was he was the greatest quarterback in Cleveland Brown history. Why is it like that with Joe Flacco? Why? How you doing, Janet? You know what's funny? People always be saying that Stefanski don't get along with the QB or that QB, yet it still turns out improving and getting the most out of every QB but one. I think people don't. Nathan Peterman, thank you. Nathan Peterman has to be the worst quarterback to step on the field. I would not say that about DTR, Jeff. It has to be Nathan Peterman. Your first start and you throw 4 interceptions has to be Nathan Peterman. He was bad. Rob, how are you doing? I thought you left me too, Rob. There's a lot of people I'll be like, y'all have left me for greener pastures? What do you mean say no to Pickett? He is a Super Bowl champion replacing DTR. What is wrong with that, Rob? Would you rather have DTR or Kenny Pickett, Rob? Coming in for a game. Kenny Pickett or DTR? Kenny Pickett, Super Bowl champion, or DTR? 1 touchdown, 8 interceptions in a season. Who would you rather have? Super Bowl champ, DTR. You see how once you're on my team, I fight for you. Jet Science Field, Ohio State QB as a career backup. Who would have thought? You know what, Brandon? He is starting in the Jets. Thank you very much. You hate it. I don't know why everybody is like no to Kenny Pickett. We haven't seen him play in Kevin's offense, and the Steelers team had a bad offensive line and only 1 receiver. DTR. I tried, Rob. I tried. Sometimes I can't even be a lawyer if I tried. This is why I want Andrew Berry gone. Why, Jay? He's better than DTR. Hunter, Milroe, Henderson. That's your first 3 picks. That showed you how much I detest Pickett. I tried, Rob. I tried, man. What up, Negan? What just happened, Michael? If you're just waking up, well, you didn't just wake up. Wait a minute. If you just got home from work or you just turned on the tube and you see me yelling in the mic, talking to the chat, the Browns have traded DTR and a 5th round pick to Kenny Pickett. How does that work? To the Philadelphia Eagles for Kenny Pickett, Super Bowl winning champion. There's nothing else I can say, but it's the truth. He is a Super Bowl winning champion. He's Kenny Pickett, and he is now a Cleveland Brown. Once you're on my team, I ride for you, dag nabbit. It is real. What up, Negan? What up, Mike? So y'all don't like Ward at 2? Cam Ward's not going to last at 2, I don't think, Negan. Who's saying Cam Ward's going to last at 2? Last at 2. I heard he's like going number 1. Was the last thing I heard. I would not draft anybody over Cam Ward if he's sitting at number 2. You take Cam Ward. End of story. To answer the question, you get Cam Ward, but he's not going to make it to number 2. He's going number 1. But let's just, for this hypothetical, if he's at number 2, you take no one over Cam Ward. You grab him, but I don't think he's going to make it to 2. Unless there's something out there I don't know about. Now, I'm not telling you guys you guys know me. I'm no capologist, and I'm no Milt Kiper or Adam McShay or any other draft expert out there. Listen, y'all know more than I do when it comes to the draft. I just go off what y'all tell me and give you my opinion. So if there's somebody out there the Titans might take over Cam Ward, let me know. Let me know. There wasn't much option that bridge quarterback than Kenny Pickett. Glad we kept him. AB sucks. Excited about Kenny coming to the Browns. Philadelphia Eagles, baby fly. Cam Ward's definitely going 1. Titans let Landry go for Abdul Carter. So you think they're taking Abdul Carter number 1, Negan? Interesting. Okay, I can go for that. What's my thoughts on Hunter and Milroe? Travis Hunter is a stud. If you haven't seen my reaction on Shador Sanders, watch it on the page. You will see so many plays that Travis Hunter made. That was just on offense. He is ridiculous. Travis Hunter, man, if we could get him somehow, if they decide not to go quarterback, I wouldn't be mad at that. Milroe, obviously he wouldn't start. He has promise. So I wouldn't be mad at him if they decided to go that route. Obviously, it would have to be with their 2nd round pick. You wouldn't pick them at number 2. I wouldn't be mad at it. I wouldn't sneeze at it. Tell the truth, it hurts. I like that name. Tell the truth, it hurts. Gifty Wifties, Tweak Pat, 5 gifty bombs. My God, he just doing gifty wifties. This guy. Thank you so much, Tweet Pat, for the 5 gifty wifties coming in the chat. Take Carter at 2. You want Abdul Carter at 2, Skinner. Jeff says take Carter at 2. Jalen with the 2nd round pick, and they sit behind Kenny. So who's your starter? So you get Kenny at 2nd round, Milroe at 3rd string. Who's your starter? Because I know it ain't Kenny Pickett. Don't send me to my hospital bed. Cleveland fan, William Beck, David Run, and Daniel. I don't think any of them are here right now, but Tweak Pat just gave you a gifted membership. Thank you so much. You think Milroe's going in the 1st round? Want to donate and give you a thumbs up. Got a scoot. See you when I see you. Appreciate you, Janet. We need to pick up a running back somewhere in the draft. Is Chubb on his way out? Rob wants me to cry on camera. Most likely Chubb is gone, Rob. And I hate Andrew Berry. I want to just keep saying that. I hate Andrew Berry because of it. Our relationship is over. Kenny is the starter. Well, our season's over. If Kenny is the starter in that situation, our season's over. And Myles Garrett did it for the money. If somebody drafts Milroe in the first, you're going to laugh? Me neither, Rob. Face of the franchise? Who, Alpha? Kenny Pickett? 10 quality players at least. If Kenny's the starter, I'm done. I'm playing the violin all season. Yes, sir. I'm playing the violin all season. That's going to be my new thing on YouTube. Playing the violin. Rebuilt like a boss. We cannot get an average play at quarterback. It will not work. Did you see us last year, Jeff? You've seen us last year. See how bad we were? We need more than average play. We need great play. Myles did it. Myles did it for The Rock, or did he do it for Bianca Belair? I don't believe Kenny will be our starter like Jeff does. Jeff wants me to go to the local medical facility. What's the name of the running back with the weird name? Genty? You talking about Genty from Boise State? We got Pickett, so we could get a fresh name on the QB jersey. Pickett is the backup. I am almost sure of it, dag nabbit. He is the backup. We have a chance to do something with the good O-line. I am almost sure of it. Browns could have got 6'5", 230 Joe Milton on a rookie deal. Then whenever this trade was, they still could, Mike. They still could. They still could. They still could. It's not over. They traded DTR, Mike. DTR. You talking about Scattaboo, Rob, from Arizona State? Scattaboo? It's DTR, Mike. You act like DTR is some high commodity. It's DTR that was traded, our third string quarterback. We still could get Milroe or Shador or Jackson Dart. Any other quarterback you guys want? I know Drew Allard is no longer a quarterback people are talking about. They were high on him. Anybody else? Pickett is a bum. Go Browns. Scattaboo, that's him? Okay, cool. Yeah, I like Scattaboo. He runs hard. Just got back to my trailer from work. Just wanted to drop it and show my appreciation for you, Corey. Got to be back up early in the morning. Me too, man. Oh, and I'd be very cautious with Milroe. Anywho, love y'all. Appreciate you, Tweak Pat. Thank you for the gifty wifties to all of the wonderful people on this channel. And if you haven't already, hit the like. We have, hopefully, a backup Super Bowl winning champion. Nathan Zagora is going to cry. He loved saying DTR. Brady Cook is underrated. Brady Cook. For who? I know the name. Who's he play for, Jay? Help me out. Laugh aloud, he won a ring. Should they bring back Zadarius Smith? Maybe. I would like an upgrade there. But they could. Don't really know what to say about this acquisition. Steve, it's good. He's a backup. He's a backup. He's better than DTR. He's better than DTR. You know the Browns are picking Kyle McCord. Chief and Jeff want me to go to the local medical facility. If the Browns took Kyle McCord, I'm done. I am done. Would you go get Chase Young? Alpha. I'm an Ohio State fan, so my position on this is skewed. Yes, I would. Rick, Thank you for the $5, my guy. How funny would it be if Pickett comes here and balls out? I know it won't happen, but it would be funny. That would be funny. All the trash I'm saying about Kenny Pickett, he's a backup. That's as good as he's going to be. Ha ha. What if he did ball out, Rick? Thank you for the $5 donation, my guy. What if he did ball out?
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Thank you, Rick. What if he did ball out? What if Jeff was like Nostradamus and Kenny Pickett came in here and he was a baller? Dalvin Tomlinson released as a post-June 1st relief. What if he did ball out? That would be something funny. It would be. I'm better than DTR. I wouldn't go that far, Steve. I wouldn't disrespect them like that. Y'all would hate me as a quarterback. One read and I'm running. I ain't got time to look at nobody else. I ain't getting hit. I mean, he was a first-round pick, Jeff, but not all first-round picks are great. Johnny Manziel was a first-round pick. How'd that turn out? Brandon Whedon was a first-round pick. How'd that turn out? So just because you're a first-round pick doesn't mean anything. What's my take on Milroe? I don't think he's a bad pick. If the Browns were to get him, obviously he wouldn't start. I like his mobility, obviously. I love it if you are able to get outside the pocket, able to use your legs as a threat. He won't be a day one starter. Missouri. Okay, thank you, Jay. The name sounded familiar. I couldn't connect it with the team. Thank you. Browns don't have Chubb to lean on. That sucks for any QB. Brandy, I'm going to cry. Kenny Bro going to be the face, blowing Tomlin out twice a year. Kenny Pickett could have a Joe Flacco run. That's why I'm not too mad at it. What Joe Flacco run? The Baltimore Joe Flacco run or the Browns Joe Flacco run? Browns in trouble. Steelers get an A-. Man, don't get me started, Jeff. How you doing, Jeff? Don't get me started, DK Metcalf. I hate Seattle. One read and run better than whatever we had last season. Suit up. Yeah, we got our franchise QB that Miles wanted. I hear Corey now. Pickett drops back, throws over the middle, and picked off. Take a sip of his sun kiss. Baker Mayfield was how he turned out. Baker Mayfield was a first-round pick. Had a couple good seasons. Had a couple bad seasons. First overall pick. He's had some good years. He's had some mediocre years. I think this tells me the Browns are going quarterback at number 2 overall, and Kenny Pickett going to start for the beginning of the year. I thought Milroe looked interesting. I cannot see the Browns' plans here. Can you? Nah, that Flacco did was special. What Flacco did was special. A-Rod. Y'all got A-Rod? Is it official? Did Pittsburgh get A-Rod, Jeff? Or are you manifesting it? Can we get a kicker that can hit extra points? Is A-Rod official? What was so special about Flacco? Let's go back to Joe Flacco. What was so special about what he did? If I told you a quarterback in the wild card playoff game threw 2 pick-6 interceptions, and in the fourth quarter, it was 45-14, and I didn't say a name of the quarterback, people would say, well, dang, they sucked. But with Joe Flacco, people want to give a pass, an excuse. Well, I mean, no. He was okay. He was average. The defense bailed him out. I can take Chicago. Remember the Chicago game? Defense bailed him out. He threw touchdowns and picks. I feel going to get Brock Purdy would help. Brock Purdy? taking applications for starting Browns QB next season? Anybody? This isn't the starter, Steve. This is the DTR replacement. They're not done at quarterback. Relax. Breathe. This isn't the starter. This is the backup. Back-to-back 6, bro. Flacco was not afraid to throw it over the middle of the stone hands. We have no starter. Not yet. We could say the same thing about Jameis. He wasn't scared to throw. He wasn't. Him and Jameis are the same person. Just about. They're going to throw you touchdowns. They're going to throw you interceptions. Jameis is just more entertaining. Something in my eye. Excuse me. Kirk Cousins coming? Could be. I don't think Atlanta's releasing him till April, though. Kenny Baby Hands Pickett? If they're done at quarterback, I'm going to cry. I will come back on here and I will apologize to everyone and then cry on camera. If they're done at quarterback, I will cry. Tears. Real tears. Geno would be an overpaid stopgap. Geno went to the Raiders, Brandy. He is not available. He went to the Raiders. Geno Smith is not an option. Browns trade second pick. Corey burns down studio. There's no better free agency than Kenny Pickett. Aaron Rodgers picks up the phone to call Jeff. Browns just cut Tomlinson. Yeah, somebody else said that. They just cut him. Dalvin Tomlinson. I liked him too. At this point, what do the Browns have to lose? Let's go after everybody. Draft the QB and give it 3 quarters. Is that what they're supposed to say, Jeff? 3 quarters? Get ready to cry in a month because this is our QB of the future. Flacco has not got picked up yet. Not that I know of. Oh, 3 years. Not that I know of. I don't think Flacco's been picked up yet. But don't quote me. I don't think he has, though. Why does everybody want Flacco? What is this obsession with a 40-year-old quarterback? What is it? I don't understand. He's 40. About to be 41. He throws interceptions all the time. You want Dorsey back? Send you back. Brill Brown? Can we just use this year to solidify the O and D line? Maybe they will. At very least, we will never have to see my namesake throwing the pigskin for the Browns. I think you're right, Rob. I think he's played his last down as a Cleveland Brown. They whiffed badly. They took a swing and they missed. Jacoby Brissett, Baker, Johnny. You want all of them back? Extend Chubb. Please extend Chubb. LeBron. Effect. At this point, Miles is going to have to play QB for us. He's white? Is that why they love Flacco? He was the last QB to make football fun for us. Jameis made it fun. Jameis had fun. I had fun with Jameis. I would argue Jameis made it more fun than Joe. Jameis was a walking, talking entertainment. He was all over the pre-games. Couldn't wait to hear what he had to say. That Denver game was awesome. You just couldn't wait. When he was in the snow, he was just loads of fun. I would say Jameis made it more fun than Flacco did. Flacco was just a better story because everyone hated Watson, even the networks. I think that's what made the story better. Flacco came in off the couch. They played it 25,000 times. Everybody hated Watson, including the networks. As soon as Flacco came in, it became the league's team. Everybody loves Cleveland again. I think he was a better story, but I think Jameis was more fun. I think, but that's just me. Kozar, Bradshaw. Oh, you want really old people, don't you? You miss Baker's commercials? I don't miss defending Baker's commercials. If you were here that long, if you know, you know. I don't miss defending his commercials. Jameis was asked to throw too much. He did throw a lot. Who's better, Jameis, Pickett, or Watson? To be fair, I would go, if we're going off right now, I got to be fair. It goes in the order you just typed it. Jameis, Pickett, then Watson. In the order you typed it. Now, before Cleveland, that wasn't even a question. Watson was first. No, Brandy. Watson does nothing this year. Nothing this year. Nothing. We didn't go 4-1 and make a surprise entrance into the playoffs with Winston. Yeah, but we were 4-1 before Flacco. When Winston got the team, we were poop. We were absolutely hot garbage. When Winston got the team, the season was already over. And then Flacco threw the season away. Threw it away to the Texans. Just gave it to them like a nice Christmas gift. They didn't even have to open it up. He just gave it to them. They didn't even have to open it. He said, here's your season. Take it. There you go. Stafford he re-signed with the Rams. Rob. None of them are the answer. Thank you, the Pebble. Baker, Flacco, and Jameis. They are not the answer. It is not Watson's last year with us. Contract-wise, Skinner. Evan Ingram, worth bringing in. Is he available from the Jags? I like Evan Ingram, but I don't think is he available? Watson's in next year's Royal Rumble. Is he going to sell a soul to the Rock? To the Rock, the final boss? He already got signed. Hey, Brill, don't be disrespecting Chubb. You tread lightly, Brill. Brill Brown, tread lightly. If you look behind me, you see what's hanging up. My favorite player. AB traded for KP so that Miles can see a Super Bowl ring this year. The Patriots, they made some good moves today. Kenny is the closest thing the Browns will ever get to a Super Bowl. But yeah, in all seriousness, Chubb's injury, everything went downhill after that. If you really look at everything went downhill on that Chubb injury. I know what you meant, Brill. I know. I'm just sensitive when it comes to Nick Chubb. I'm very sensitive, as you can see. I'm very sensitive. But you are correct. In all seriousness, when Chubb got hurt, if you look back at the situation, everything went downhill from there. even though we recuperated, got to the playoffs and all that stuff, it still went downhill with that injury. Because who knows how good we would have been if Nick Chubb never got injured? Who knows? Yeah. But I knew what you meant. I just get sad when Nick Chubb is brought up because I know he's not coming back, most likely. The organization did Baker wrong. They did not do Baker wrong, Steve. Baker did Baker wrong. And I know I always talk about this. Baker did Baker wrong. Now, a lot of athletes think like Baker. They're the best option to win, healthy or hurt. But he did himself wrong by playing through a shoulder injury and then being absolutely hot garbage while playing through that shoulder injury. He should have sat down. He should have sat down and saved himself from himself. That's what he should have done. But every player thinks they're better, they're the best option to win. He did it to himself. I felt like Kobe's Achilles all over again. Rams relief cup, if no trade. As an Eagles fan, I'm sad to see Pickett go, but I am mad we got that clown as a quarterback from you guys. First of all, hi, Patrick. How are you doing? Nice to meet you. Welcome to the stream. Secondly, Patrick, when you watched Kenny Pickett, did he show any promise of being maybe, just maybe, a future starting quarterback in the league? And third, Patrick, look, you come into my stream, I ask questions. And third, Patrick, don't be so mean to DTR. Take him with care, please. Welcome to the stream, Patrick. How you doing, man? I mean, whether Chubb gets hurt or not, Deshaun still forgot how to play football. That is true, Rocky. But if Chubb was never hurt, think about the run they went on without Nick Chubb. Now put Nick Chubb into that lineup. The running game is so much better, right? It cuts down maybe on those Joe Flacco interceptions, on those PJ Walker interceptions. Insert quarterback in. It changes everything with Nick Chubb in the offense. They win that game against Pittsburgh if Nick Chubb doesn't get injured. He was rolling in that game. He was rolling. It changes the dynamic of that offense. As much as I get on Joe Flacco, because people forget all of his turnovers, they probably cut down drastically because you have number 24 behind you that you can hand the ball off to. So even though Deshaun Watson forgot how to play football, they still would have had a 100% healthy Nicholas, Jamal. I don't care about your fantasy team. I hate Monopoly and everything about you, Chubb. But we'll never know. Cup will be amazing as a Brown. If Kenny Pickett starts for a whole year, God, please don't let that happen. What will be his passing line stats, yards, touchdowns, and turnovers? You asking a lot out of me right now. I'd say about, well, let me see his best year. Hold on. So I can get a reference on Kenny Pickett here. Because if I'm going to do this, I need something to go by. Let me look at his stats. Kenny Pickett. Let me look at some stats on Kenny Pickett, dagnabbit. What's his best season as a Steeler? Let's see. What are we looking at? We're looking at... I don't like the way this is set up. 2,070 yards. Holy crap. Ew. 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Okay. I'll go with, I think he would throw more with Stefanski than what he did with Pittsburgh. I would go with what I'm looking at here. If he plays every game, he played 12 games in 2023. His best season. I'll go 19 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 2,900 yards. Kenny Pickett. Those stats are not very becoming of a starting quarterback. But that's okay. That's okay. We're going to not look at the past. That was not very good. Who hates Monopoly? Nick Chubb when he's running at somebody. They give on him way too early. I mean, maybe so. You never know. But Baker Mayfield, you know what you're going to get. And this is no shade. But the AFC North and the AFC in general is way harder than the NFC and the NFC South. You can beat up on these bad teams, and he does it well. But when it gets to when it counts most, he loses. He loses. He does. The AFC North has two of the best quarterbacks in the league. Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. That's what he will go up against every single year. And then you throw in Patrick Mahomes. You throw in Josh Allen. Justin Herbert, you throw in Justin Herbert. That would be an every year thing. The NFC, he doesn't have to worry about that. He went to the playoffs up against Jaden Daniels. L. Take an L. So, to me, he is what he is. He's above average. He can beat up on bad teams, put up gaudy stats, but then we get to when it counts most, and he does what he usually does. Will he overcome that? Maybe he will. Maybe he will. You mean 3? I forgot Kenny Pickett. They did not trade Watson. They traded DTR, Robert. DTR. Baker threw 14 interceptions. NFC South's one of the easiest divisions. We're going 0-17 again. Arch Manning, welcome to the Browns. 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions with only 2,000. I think he would do better than that, hopefully. I agree. He loses, but at least he's competitive. I'm going to tell you this, Steve. And I think people forgot I was a Baker Mayfield defender. And a lot of people were getting on him. But if he stayed in Cleveland and he was just competitive and the Browns were going 9-8, 10-7, right? Scratching to the playoffs or not getting there. Not saying you, Steve, but a lot of the Browns fan base on Twitter and social media would be like, oh my goodness, get rid of this dude. He sucks. And they were saying that after he got into the playoffs. So they would be tired of being just fringely there. Now, hindsight's 2020. Of course, it looks better than 3-14, but nobody thought we would be 3-14 now. So they would get tired of it after a while of being just on the fringe, losing when it counts most, not being able to beat the Josh Allens, the Lamar Jacksons, the Patrick Mahomes. Now, he was very good at beating Joe Burrow. You see why I didn't throw him in there. Very good at beating him. Don't take me. Don't take me, Steve. 0-17. Chubb to the Eagles as a backup running back. I would love that. Not that you wanted to hear that. We love getting players from Georgia. Patrick, I think you've wanted my heart to just fall out my chest right there, didn't you? You seen the Chubb jersey in the back. My favorite Browns player. If the Eagles got Chubb with Saquon Barkley, cancel the league. Just cancel it. Just cancel the league. Back-to-back Super Bowls. Darnold got $110 million. Did he? Is that true? Is that true? You know, they say that Luka is a QB for LeBron. He's 6'7", 235, and have an arm, make a good read, can easily pick apart a defense. What do you think he want? 4 years, 235. Hey, I know you trolling, Patrick, but I'm just saying, if that did happen, cancel the season. Just cancel it, man. Cancel it. It's over. Nick Chubb as your backup to Saquon. 3-14, mostly because ownership wouldn't let it go as DW4 goes. Move on to Jameis earlier. A few more wins. I believe that. Browns, Steelers not beating Kansas City, Buffalo, Cincinnati, Chargers next 5 years. Right now, that sounds right. I can't argue that. Hopefully that changes. Darnold got 3 years, $100.5 million. Holy crap. Wow. Look what one good year gets you in the NFL. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hop off here. Great chatting with you. Thank you for coming back out. That is crazy money for Sam Darnold. If we get some more news and I'm at home, I'll be live again. Keep on your notifications. If you're new, turn on your notifications. Hit that subscribe button. This is what we do. The most interactive chat on YouTube without making you pay for me to read your chat. I appreciate you all. Brandy, did you just come in here? How are you doing? Tag team champions in the building. I'm just sad my dad never witnessed the Browns. Made me a Browns fan. Rest in peace to your dad. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for all the support throughout everything. Until next time. You've been here. I didn't see you. Well, thank you, Brandy. I'm glad I seen you before I left. Appreciate you, Brandy. You know I do. Member extraordinaire. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, you know the drill. It's all love. Peace.